everybody? It's your boy Razor Ramon the Barber, and I'm back with another fragrance review. Yeah, man, I'm back with another fragrance review. Currently, at the shooting of this video, we sitting at 699 subscribers, one away from 700. So I need you to do your boy a favor, man. Yeah, I need y'all to do your boy a favor. I need you to like. I need you to share. I need you to comment. And I need you to subscribe. Yeah, man. I need you to do that for your boy. So when we get to 700, we gonna worry about 800. Really, we on the road to 1,000. Really, we on the road to 1,000. But we gonna continue to keep climbing each ladder, each step, till we get to the top, highest part of the ladder. And who knows what that can be, man. We going for that YouTube play button, man. That's 1,000 subscribers. I mean, that's 100,000 subscribers. I know we can do it, man. I know we can do it. All right, man. We're gonna hop into the topic of the video, and that is 5 fall fragrance starter pack. This is a 5 fall fragrances starter pack, and it's all Middle Eastern fragrances because I really think that a lot of people starting to wake up and understand the value that they can get out of these Middle Eastern fragrances. They're well put together, quality presentation, quality juice, and they're not breaking the bank, man. I think a lot of people are starting to wake up to the value in them, and they're starting to understand that just because something is low in price don't mean it's low in quality. So these are 5 fragrances, 5 Middle Eastern fragrances that can help you get you started on your fragrance journey for the fall. But before we hop into these 5 fragrances, y'all know how we do on the channel, man. Still on that bamboo. Still on that bamboo, man. Let's see if we get this thing to focus. There we go. Still on that bamboo, man. I know y'all like, man, it's been 2 minutes and he ain't even got to the fragrances, man. Slow down, young grasshopper. Chill, Chico. Alright, the first fragrance we're gonna hop into is none other from the house of Lattafa, and it's Rock Bar. Rock Bar from the house of Lattafa. And this is a beautiful, sweet, sugary, with some fruit in it. Vanilla sweet with some oud, smoky, woodsy, with some spice, man. So the top notes are, or should I say the notes in this fragrance is vanilla, sugar, argan wood, some smoke from the incense, some sandalwood, and some musk, man. It almost kind of have a raspberry vibe to it. Not saying raspberry in it, but it kind of has that raspberry jam type feel to it, mixed with some vanilla, some sugar, and it almost kind of smells like a raspberry wafer. The sugar in it is kind of burnt, but not Baccarat Rouge 540 burnt. Just slightly with the sweetness from the vanilla that's giving off the wafer accord. That's what I pick up on. That's how I interpret it. Little smokiness, but not a lot. Argan wood, a little oud, and it's not an aromatic oud. It's kind of a sweet, lighter take on oud. I think I picked this up from Joma Shop, man. Shout out to my big bro, man, Smell Good General, Dedrick L. Hicks, man. Shout out to him, man. He put me on this about a year ago, man. I think I got this junk for about 15 bucks, man. Great, sweet fragrance, man, for the fall time. And it is Rock Bar by Lattafa. All right, next fragrance we're gonna hop into is from the house of Lattafa. And it's none other than Carmra. And this is a nice, sweet fragrance, man. Real bright, sweet, ambery, vanilla with some cinnamon, man. A little bit of fruit in it too. Top notes are cinnamon, nutmeg, and bergamot. Middle notes are date, praline, tuberose. Base notes are vanilla, tonka bean, benzoate, amberwood, myrrh, and algalca wood. This is a nice fragrance, man. You get that cinnamon, smoothness, spiciness up top mixed with the nutmeg. Kind of almost remind you like the top of a sweet potato pie. Not saying it smell like sweet potato pie, but the top of it when you put the nutmeg and the cinnamon on top. Mixed with that limeness or that citrus burst of the bergamot, and you get this kind of dense, sweet vibe from the dates, man, mixed with a sugary, almondy, rich, thick praline, man. This is a dope fragrance, man. You get some sweetness of the tonka bean and the vanilla on the dry down with a little earthiness, resinous from the myrrh, man. This is a real nice fragrance, man. A lot of people say it reminds of angel shell. I never smelled angel shell by itself. I always smelled clones of it or other people's interpretation of it. It does have that vibe, but like I said, I never smelled just straight up angel shell, so I can't speak towards its comparison. But comparison or not, this fragrance is good enough to grab alone, standalone. This is a dope fragrance, man. That is Camera by Lattafa. All right, third fragrance we're gonna hop into is for all my people that love Baccarat Rouge 540, but you ain't got them $300, $400, $500 to spare. This will get you by, man, and it is none other than Amouage Untold. Amouage Untold. This is a more aromatic, bright take on Baccarat Rouge, man. You know, some people have their nose up in the air, man, when it comes to stuff like this. You know, some people say it don't smell like it. Some people say, you know, it's not even close. I'm going to just keep it a buck with you, man. That's outright lie. But everybody knows different. So I've smelled Baccarat Rouge. And I can contest that this is like 85, 90% right on. But again, it's not as dense. It's not as thick as Baccarat, which is not a bad thing. It's more aromatic. But the scent profile is there. Amber, woodsy, spicy, with some florals in it, man. Top notes are saffron and jasmine. Middle notes are amberwood and ambergris. And base notes are cedar and fir resin. Again, man, this is a lighter take on Baccarat Rouge. You don't get that burnt sugar so much as you do in Baccarat. You get the saffron, and it's mild out some with the jasmine. But again, this is a nice take, man. This is Baccarat Rouge on a budget. I guarantee you in the air, people are gonna say you smell like Baccarat Rouge 540. This is great for the fall. This is great hoodie vibes for the cooler days and cooler nights, man. This will definitely do the trick. Beautiful bottle too as well. Amouage Untold, their version of Baccarat Rouge 540. All right, 2 fragrances left. The next fragrance we're gonna hop into, again from the house of Amouage, is Hunter Killer. Hunter Killer by Amouage. And this is big red chewing gum with fruit and some spices. Again, man, this kind of has a note that's not listed. And shout out to Need, man, because he explained it so eloquently. Need over there, aromatics. And this note is not listed, but it almost have like a cherry vibe, a cherry jam vibe in the opening. But you get cinnamon, frankincense, green apple, nutmeg, pepper, and saffron. Man, it is giving off a nice, crisp, spicy opening. Middle notes are jasmine, lavender, and patchouli, and base notes is amber, garlic wood, tobacco, vanilla, and vetiver. Man, this has enough spice in it to cut through that breeze and that coolness during the fall time, but it also have enough sweetness in it, man, to kind of be mass appealing. Again, man, this is 35 and up fragrance, man. This is 30 and up. I'm not saying a younger person couldn't pull it off, but a person that's up in age a little bit is gonna wear it a little bit different. So it's gonna be more of a mass appealing, more of a gentleman type fragrance, man. But this is a beautiful fragrance for the fall, man. Just think about big red gum with a little bit of hints of cherry, or the cinnamon candy that comes in a red wrapper, man, mixed with some crispness and freshness of an apple, with some with a little bit of tobacco, man. This is a dope fragrance, man. I really love this fragrance. Again, it's from the House of a Moth, and it is Hunter Killer. Hunter Killer. All right, man. Last fragrance we're gonna hop into is from the house from the House of Lattafa, man. Lattafa do their thing, and it's none other than Eternal. Ooh, look at that bottle, man. Beautiful bottle. Can we get it to focus? Eternal. Ooh, man. Beautiful fragrance. A lot of people, pressurized atomizer, sweet amber, vanilla with some fruits in it. A lot of people say, man, it reminds you of Grand Soir by MFK, Mason Fred Kurtzon. And I used to have a sample of that fragrance. I wore it in like I think I had like a 2 ml. I used it up in like 2 days because that fragrance is just epic. But Grand Soir is a lot sweeter, a lot denser on the opening, but the scent profile puts you in the realm of Grand Soir. Again, 85% there. This gets you in the ballpark, in the wheelhouse of Grand Soir. It's just not as sweet and not as dense in the opening, but the scent profile, it latches on. Top notes are plum and grapefruit. Middle notes are heliotrope and orchid. Base notes are benzoid, amber, vanilla, tonka bean, lavender, mint, argentwood. So this is a nice, smooth, rich, creamy fragrance, man. Real dense. Not as dense as Grand Soir, but nevertheless, it holds its own and it punches high above its weight class, man. I think I paid $35 for this, man, but this is easily a fragrance that smells like $70, $80, real quality. Great presentation as well. Again, you get that sweet plumness in the opening, but you get some citrus from the grapefruit, but it's not a grapefruit rind. It's more of a grapefruit juice, real watery. Got some florals from the heliotrope and the orchid, and again, you get some resinous warmness from the amber and benzoin, and you get some sweetness, creaminess from the vanilla and tonka bean. This is a nice fragrance, man. I tried to pick fragrances that are kind of sweet, some fragrances that are with some spice in it, because a lot of times when you're breaking into Middle Eastern fragrances, I didn't want to give you such the peppery, spicy, denser, because a lot of people that starting off, they might be new to their fragrance journey, and their nose hasn't grown, or their palate or their taste hasn't advanced enough to wear the thicker, richer, denser, spicier notes, and it can be off-putting. But a lot of times when the sweet things, it's easier for us to gravitate to, because we used to dealing with cake, pies, bakeries, things of that nature. Even with the Hunter Killer, it reminds you of Big Red. So this is one of those things that we just kind of been formulated to growing up, chewing the Big Red gum and even eating the candy and the Red Hots and things of that nature. So it's kind of been already ingrained in your spirit, kind of speak, so to speak, versus some other fragrances that I have from the Middle East that might be a little bit more grown up for the palate. You know, you got to crawl before you walk. So that's why I said this is a starter pack to get you into Middle East fragrances, and to kind of hopefully grow your palate, to kind of help you start picking up some of the more denser, spicier, project beast, so to speak, fragrances that Middle East has to offer. Man, I appreciate you all for the support. One away from 700, but the main goal in the near future is to get to 1,000, man. Lord say the same. We're gonna get there, man. I appreciate y'all for the support on the road to 1,000. Ultimately on the road to getting that YouTube play button. Man, I'm telling you, man, we can reach 100,000. I know we can. As always, until next time, man, appreciate y'all for the support. Instant transmission.